Top 10 weirdest phobias you won't believe exist. Think you're afraid of spiders or heights classic. Pretty much everyone's got a fear of something. But what if I told you there are people out there who break into a sweat over peanut butter, or who literally cannot look at a button without panicking? Yeah, welcome to the wild world of phobias you probably didn't know existed. Today, we're counting down the top 10 strangest phobias you've never heard of, the kind that'll have you scratching your head and maybe even saying, wait, is that a thing? So grab your emotional support blanket, because we're diving deep into the most irrational, bizarre, and fascinating fears out there. Number 10, Arachibutyrophobia. Fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. That might sound like a joke, but this is a very real fear. For someone with Arachibutyrophobia, even the thought of peanut butter clinging to the roof of their mouth is enough to trigger panic. It's not just discomfort, it often stems from a more profound fear of choking or suffocating. Some people can't eat peanut butter at all, while others need to spread it ultra thin to coat. A PB&J sandwich, that's a no-go. 9. Ablutophobia, fear of bathing, washing, or cleaning oneself. This one goes way beyond just skipping a shower. Ablutophobia can make even simple hygiene routines feel terrifying. Often linked to trauma or sensory processing issues, it's more common in children, but can persist into adulthood. People with this phobia might avoid bathing for days or weeks, not out of laziness, but out of genuine, paralyzing fear. It's a tough one that often requires serious therapy to overcome. 8. Globophobia, fear of balloons. Now, who could be afraid of those cheerful, colorful decorations? Turns out, quite a few people. While some fear the pop of a balloon, others are repulsed by their smell, rubbery texture, or even their movement. For someone with globophobia, walking into a birthday party can feel like entering a horror film. And forget about balloon animals, total nightmare fuel. 7. Nomophobia, fear of being without a mobile phone. This one's a 21st century creation. Imagine feeling a wave of panic just because your phone battery hits 5% or you're out of service range. For people with nomophobia, their phone is more than just a gadget. It's their safety net, social connection, and sense of control. Studies show that this fear is surprisingly common, perhaps more prevalent than you think. Be honest. Did you check your phone? 6. Nephophobia, fear of clouds, fluffy and harmless. Not if you have nephophobia. People with this rare phobia see clouds as ominous, looming, and sometimes even threatening. A gray, cloudy sky can trigger anxiety, dread, or even full-on panic. It's often tied to fears of storms, darkness, or unpredictability. For them, blue skies aren't just lovely, they're necessary. 5. Kinophobia. Fear of buttons. Yes, buttons. Not the big, scary ones like on machines. We're talking about the tiny ones on your shirt. People with kinophobia often find buttons dirty, disgusting, or downright creepy. Some can't touch them, others can't even look at them without gagging. The late Steve Jobs supposedly hated buttons too, perhaps not a full-blown phobia, but still an interesting thought to consider. 4. Hippopotamonstrastica, fear of long words. Let's take a moment to appreciate the cruel irony here. The fear of long words is called the longest word in the dictionary. This phobia can make reading, writing, or public speaking a nightmare. People who suffer from it often have underlying anxiety disorders or speech challenges. And no, saying the name out loud doesn't help. 3. Ovophobia, fear of eggs, scrambled, fried, boiled. Nope. For someone with ovophobia, eggs are terrifying. Whether it's their texture, smell, or the gooey unpredictability of the yolk, even being near an egg can trigger intense nausea or fear. Celebrity chef Ina Garten once admitted to hating raw eggs, so if you feel uneasy cracking one open, you're not alone. 2. Chorophobia, fear of dancing, whether it's at weddings, school dances, or clubs. People with chorophobia feel dread just thinking about busting a move. It's not just about having to left feet. This fear is often rooted in anxiety, fear of judgment, or past trauma. Even watching others dance can feel overwhelming. So while most of us are busy avoiding embarrassing TikTok dances, chorophobes are just trying to survive. 1. Paganophobia. Fear of beards might be trendy now, but for paganophobes, they're anything but cool. Whether it's the texture, appearance, or hygiene concerns, some people react with real terror at the sight of facial hair. This fear can complicate relationships, jobs, or even just walking down the street. Imagine being terrified of Santa Claus. Now that's next level. So, which one of these strange phobias made you go, whoa, people are afraid of that? Or maybe, just maybe, you secretly relate to one of them. Let us know in the comments. We're not here to judge. We're just here to explore the weird and wonderful side of human psychology. And if you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to 10blend for more offbeat top 10s every week. Until next time, stay curious.